Hello, my name is Amy Apgar, and today we will be talking about formative assessment for EDU 530. We will be talking about the 7 strategies of assessment. What is formative assessment? Formative and informal processes that teachers use with students to gather evidence for the purpose of improving their learning. Teachers use this to help gauge their teaching as well. Strategy number 1. Provide students with a clear and understandable vision of their learning targets. This would provide students with the learning statements, "We are learning." And this way they are able to answer their target questions. How does this apply to the classroom? Converting learning targets into student-friendly language. Identify words and phrases needed for more clarification. This can be done with your colleagues. Identify terms and convert definitions into student-friendly language. Try language with students and refine if needed. Give students the learning go. Here's some examples: a ticket out the door, a grading rubric, and what stuck with you. Strategy number 2. Use examples and models of strong and weak work. By providing students examples, they can judge the level of quality and hold an understanding of accountability. What does this look like in the classroom? Rubrics for student assessment, providing examples of work with a variety of qualities described in each rubric. Display examples, have students decide independently, the quality of their work. Have them work with peers to decide the quality and discuss as a group. Here are some examples of past work and a grading rubric. Strategy number 3. Provide descriptive feedback. Formative assessment does not make a difference. It is the quality, not the quantity, of feedback that merits the closest attention. How does that apply in the classroom? Success feedback and intervention feedback. One allows you to ask more questions of students for further understanding, and one praises them for what they've done correctly. Strategy 4. Teach students about self-assessment and setting goals. Strategy 4 has 3 parts: self-assessment, justification, and goal setting. When students self-assess and set goals, they can develop an internal sense of control of their conditions of their success and greater ownership of the responsibilities of improving their learning. Strategy number 5. Design lessons to focus on one learning target or aspect of quality at a time. Teachers should remove some of the complexities at first so students can pay attention to concepts, strategies, and skills. Strategy 5 and 6 go hand in hand. 6 is teaching students the focus revision. And how does that apply to the classroom? Designing lessons to teach students how to recognize and avoid a particular problem they predictably demonstrate. Often teachers can get good information about students' problems by paying attention to their wrong answers and listening to their explanations. Here are some examples of strategy 5 and 6. Having students explain their thinking process, and multiple choice questions, allowing them to pick the correct answer. Strategy number 7. Engage students in self-reflection and let them keep track and share their learning. This closes gaps. This is the gap closing strategy because it impacts students' motivation and retention. How does this apply? Have students create a portfolio to show examples of work. Students can reflect on their growth and use graphs and self-evaluations to see their growth throughout the year. Here's some examples would be using a graph. This one's a point graph. Some can be bar graphs that the kids color in, which is what the picture was before, child coloring in a bar graph. Some final thoughts. Assessment for learning is a gift we give our students, and a promise that we will use assessment not as punishment or reward, but to guide them in their learning journey. Thanks so much.